I'm standing next to the ID GTI concept. It's based on the ID 2 concept car. It's still a concept. This is actually a clay model, so it's not a real vehicle. But how cool does this look? Just listen to the talk from Andreas Mindt, who's the lead designer of the car, and I really like it. It's got sort of lots of curves on it, but also the straight lines of the Golf, and they say it's a Polo size on the outside, but inside it's a Golf or bigger. So that's the aim anyway, and it's aiming to be under £25,000 for the ID2 The ID GTI obviously is going to be more like 30, 35 when it comes in a few years, but if this is apparently what it's going to look like, it's like 95% of the way. It's going to have smaller wheels, a few little tweaks, but it looks really great. I like how it's got that familiar feel to it, that you can recognise that it's a Volkswagen, but it still has, you know, a new design. But it doesn't necessarily look like an electric car. It just has a nice Volkswagen look to it. It could be a Golf, it could be a Polo. It's really cool. A lot of Beetle vibes as well. So you've got the round wheel arches as well, and then at the back the wheel arches flare out a bit. It is such a cool design because I love the Golf, I love the Beetle, I love the Polo. The Up, it kind of combines elements from all of those cars to make a really cool Volkswagen. One way in which they've got the costs down is by reusing lots of the parts, so like the door handles, and also Andreas said having one piece of glass in the back that'll save a little bit of money. So there's small little cost saving bits that they've done to keep it down to a cost, and obviously there will be inside in a production model as well, I should expect, but they still aim for it to be a more premium mainstream vehicle, as Volkswagen always has felt like that. So it's going to have a quality like you'd expect from a Polo or a Golf. You've got integrated rear door handles, which I absolutely loved as well on the ID2 concept, because I love 3-door cars and lots of them are dying off, but most people really want 5-door practicality. So this gets the best of both worlds and gives you a really sporty 3-door look with that 5-door practicality, and it doesn't mean 2 different body styles need to be produced. Again, it will save costs. They're all 5 doors with the integrated rear door handle, and this isn't something that Volkswagen's done before. Seat did used to do it on their Leon, so it's nice to see this on the new ID2 and GTI. And to the back of the ID GTI concept, you've still got this Golf C-pillar, which they were really clear about making that iconic shape, which looks great. Obviously looks really great. And then the haunch that you'd see on a Beetle. And then the modern effect is the light bar at the back, which again isn't the most like iconic bit, but you've got to bring in the new modern design. You can't just make it look like an old car. A lot of these elements together, as they're familiar, makes the car look like a normal vehicle, which I really like. Some people might want a bit more of a striking car, but Volkswagen is all about that familiarity, that comfort and quality, and I think this definitely offers that.
By the attendance, hopefully it's something that the SMMT might do more of in the future. Namely, to bring our whole design over from Volkswagen, and a fantastic car to show off to you as well, which will illustrate some of the points that Andy's going to talk about that for future Volkswagen design. So I'm not going to talk any further than that. I'm going to hand you over to Andy. He's got a few things to show you. Andy, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the attention. And I always love to come here to the UK. I was the director of design at Bentley for 2 years, and then had to change to going back to Volkswagen 1.5 years ago. So, but I really enjoyed my time, and I love to come back. It's really great to be here. So I took the chance. Very short, only 1 day. Next time we have to do it longer. So I'm very happy to be here today. And what I want to do is I want to show you the car. But before we go here, I want to introduce you to our strategy that we created 1.5 years ago. Because the task was to go back to the core brand meaning, or the brand values. And we developed some design values where we think that needs to turn the Volkswagen into a proper Volkswagen. And I want to tell you this first, so I brought a couple of slides for you. Hopefully it's not too boring, the theoretical part, and then we go to the part. Okay, so let's get started with that. So in our strategy paper for the company is one central saying, it's the mission of the company is to be the most loved volume brand there is. That is actually the aim. And I really like that because it's different to other companies. It's not super aggressive, super sporty, it's likable. It's Volkswagen, the core of that, and it matches to a volume brand very well. started to design this, yeah, we said like, what is the meaning for the design of that? What is the translation from this strategic goal into this design we see later? So we came up with 3 words. They're stable, likable, and secret sauce. Yeah, and this is creating a Volkswagen. And this is coming from the history because stable is connected to reliable, you know, like that first vehicle was super reliable. That means stable product. And then likable, of course, was sympathetic and it was always smiling, yeah, and later explain how to translate that into a design. And then the first 2 things, they are homework, yeah. We have to know that, it's mandatory. But you know, it's maybe a little bit boring, yeah, when you do these 2 things. So you have to spice it up a little bit and you name it the secret sauce. Yeah, this is something that you don't expect, something over delivering. Yeah, and let's move into that and explain you a little bit what we mean by that. So stable, you can express that with a stance, for instance. So we said this guy has it. A slim body and a wide tread makes a nice stance. And that is an architecture, yeah, a basic architecture. It's not a detail. And this comes first to make a stable design. Then second is very famous. It's the seat pillar at a Volkswagen. You know, you connect the roof with the body. Since the Beetle at the Golf Mark 1 was a basic thing at Volkswagen. The interpretation of that and brought it into the future. Of course, coming from history, we maintained that over the generations. Yeah, and then of course you have a horizontal connection that has tension on it. There's positive tension, horizontal connected. And then the next one is likable. So how to turn that into design elements. And here we go. You need a human eye first, and then you need a smile, yeah, which comes together, as you know from the first video. So very optimistic design, not aggressive, optimistic, very important. And of course you can do any animation or in the human interaction. You could do it inside and outside. And this is just one example for that. So that's likable. And now secret sauce, you know, secret sauce is a big question mark, you know. Some people laugh about that, you know, what is this? What do you mean by that? And there are 3 things how to get that into the car. And first of all, this is like over-delivering quality. So higher quality that you know from the segment, so deliver more than expected. That's the first one. The second one is the hidden sportiness. Yeah, and the GTI here is a very good example for that. You can really dial it up. And when you take a look at the first GTI, the Mark 1, it's a standard car which had a hidden sportiness, and that was really great. And there's a certain sense of humor. I know I'm in the UK now, and you think the Germans cannot do that. Yeah, I mean, that's clear. But I have to say, you really try hard, yeah. And this one, and you see, one of the examples here is the stick shift. Yeah, it's a golf ball pattern. It started as a joke in 1976, and we still have it, you know. And that's somehow great. And we have the pedals that pause and play, and fast forward that we do later. So that is how you create secret sauce. And now we are coming closer to the car. Yeah, and we can uncover.
This is what I've been employed today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's okay. That's the one. And this what we got here today is a clay model. Yeah, this is not the finalized show car. It was clay model out of the process. Yeah, so it's not see-through. It's a solid here. So that's a painted clay model, and you can see the proportion, the shape. So you see the nice stance, the stable shapes, full and strong surfaces, really a good and stable design. Likable, of course, assembling lines, very positive, optimistic, and with a smile. Yeah, and then the golf method you saw earlier on gear shift is a problem here because it's a V car, you know, and you don't have that anymore. So we brought it back in the pattern of the wheels. It's just one element when we bring this back, you know, and keep where we came from. I brought you some more. So there is no interior in it. So I have a video for you to show the same thinking of the design strategy in the interior. Okay, and here you can see the same thinking. So it's a very stable design. We have physical interaction, physical buttons coming back into the interiors. And you can see that the HMI and the pattern and even the tartan pattern inside, they are matching together with the HMI. Everything's like one piece. Yeah, and that is our thinking 360 design. And that all creates the Loveland. Yeah, and this is what we want to be in the future. This turns a Volkswagen into a Volkswagen.
Thank you very much for that. I won't knock you on the German sense of humour. You've got bags of it, and that's too good. Guys, here's a chance to ask any questions if you want of Andy, direction, and also of our ID GTI concept car. So feel free to fire away with anything you want to ask. Go ahead.
How close is this to the original production model?
Yeah, I would say it's like 95%. Yeah, when you look at the side profile, it's going to be the same. Of course, the wheels are slightly smaller, let's say, and there are some things that need to be adjusted. But I would say you immediately, or if you, let's say, the first glance, it's going to be the same. Yeah, and I believe it's even better. Yeah, we simplified the production version, and it's even better like that. Is my opinion. Bounce, you're very close. Thank you very much.
And we've heard some reassurance as well about the way it will drive will be a GTI.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's of course about the performance. This is front-wheel drive. Maybe I need to explain this a little bit, because it's an affordable car. Yeah, and how to make it affordable is the question. And so it's turned to be front-wheel drive because all the elements, all these expensive connections, inside the car, connected in the front, and that makes all the lines short. Yeah, and lightweight. Yeah, and that's the reason why it was done that way. And so it creates a very big box behind that. Yeah, because the lines are not going through. There's no technology in the rear. So in the trunk we have a double layer. There's no exhaust anymore. The pop is gone, and there's no engine in the rear, so it's empty. And we use it for a double layer floor. You can put 4 crates of beer or something across the edge. Yeah, or water, yeah. This is more compliant word is sparkling water. Yeah. And then you can close it, yeah, with a ledge, and then you have a trunk. Yeah, it's amazing what you can put inside of it, and this is why it's from the outside it's many Polo size, but from the inside it's Golf size, or even bigger than Golf. And that is the miracle here. And I think that will be a success because of that. Yeah. And of course, it drives really well. Of course, it has certain performance as well, but it's about the steering, the feeling, the direct feeling that you have to adjust for a GTI. Yeah, it was working in the past very well, and it will work in the future. I'm very optimistic about that. And maybe one additional number is the plan for the original Mark I GTI was to produce 5,000, and now we produce 2.7 million GTIs. Just imagine how long the marketing people were at that time. Yeah, sales and marketing was
Smash that target.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Yeah? And I really believe if you have a emotional and a practical product, yeah, rational emotions together is the best you can have. It's really great.
Sam?
Does everyone in Volkswagen share the same sense of humor, or is it just a design team?
No, sometimes it's tough. Yeah, sometimes it's tough. It's like a hidden humor as well. Yeah? But a nice, diverse team. You get a lot of diverse ideas. Yeah, and that's the source of all of that. Yeah, you only have to decide for that. And we did some crazy decisions in the last time. And in 2 years, I can show you way more sense of humor. Sure. Yeah.
Can you explain some of the things that you've done to keep it at a budget cost? So, like, what elements did you have to adapt that you would have wanted to include or couldn't include to make it a production vehicle eventually?
Yeah. There's a lot of that. One good example is there are 4 door handles. Yeah, there are 4 doors, and only 2 of the door handles are painted in body color. The others are in black, so that is saving money. And then you have no additional pillar at the rear because of the door handle. And we have a certain door handle which is on the back side, and so there's only 1 glass piece on the side and no pillar. And this is saving another, well, to say how much, about maybe 50 euros or something. Because it's 1-piece glass and not 2-piece glasses. You save a lot, but the design is better. As a result, it's a simple, clean design, and you save money with that. And this is how we go through the car and save money. And of course, you have a lot of carryover parts, like the door handle is a given part, and so on. There's a lot of things to be combined with other cars, and there is where you save a lot of money. So there are different money sort of money elements, let's say, or investment. You know, there's investment cost, there's single cost, and so on. You know, quality cost, logistic cost, and we go through everything. And there's a lot you can do to save costs. Yeah, I just came from Bentley, as I said before, and there's the other way around. You know, investment cost is really a problem. Yeah, you have to keep it very low, but single cost doesn't matter at all. You know, and Volkswagen is the other way around. Single cost or investment doesn't matter at all because you do such a big amount of cars, but so the investment is nothing, or it is something, let's say, but it can be higher, but the single cost is very important. So there are sorts of costs, and to keep it low, it's all sort of it is a tough thing.
And the ID2, and the show earlier, it's been set to come to market for about €25,000, so it's making it more accessible in terms of electric cars in 2026. So that's really important.
Yeah, it's very important now. It's missing on the market right now, the segment. Yeah, and we have to add this now as soon as we can, because everybody is working hard on that. Yeah, all the competition as well as doing this. And yeah.
Good. The last one we have James.
And he mentioned you bring back the button.
What are the 6 or 7 main functions, and we bring them back to physical buttons. That's the starting point, and then of course you have the screen as well. You can do the touch screen, but the third thing is the voice control that is getting enhanced as well or improved over the years, and then you have a proper way to interact with the car, very stable in all the situations that you have. So I'm a big fan of voice control, and I don't want to search on layers of HMI to find my function. So the easiest way sometimes is goes through voice control. But this is a matter of taste. A lot of people were missing a Volkswagen the physical buttons. Yeah, to do only one action with your finger and then you're there. Yeah, like the volume, for instance. It's very simple with a rotating button, and that is something you have to consider, what we have to improve. Because the Volkswagen is famous for that, and we have to go back to this. It's very important.
Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.